Hi everyone, let's look at today's June Lead Code Challenge problem. So today's problem is regarding validate IP address. We have to write a function which will check whether an input string is valid IPv4 address or valid IPv6 address or neither of IPv4 or IPv6 address. So IPv address are canonically represented in dot decimal notation. They will consist of four decimal numbers and the numbers would be separated by dots. So and they need to then all the numbers need to be ranged between 0 to 255. And also if there are leading zeros in IPv4, that is considered to be invalid. So we can see this example. We can see that it contains four numbers separated by dots. This seems to be correct and they are all in range from 0 to 255. But if we look at last number, this says leading 0. It's 0 1. So this is also considered to be invalid. In case of IPv6 address, it will have uh, it will have 8 numbers and each number would be 4 hexadecimal digits and they need to be separated by colon. So let's look at few example. If we see this example, this is valid IPv4 address. So our output should be IPv4 in this case. And looking at this one, this contain 8 numbers and all are 4 hexadecimal numbers. So we need to output IPv6. And if we look at this, the pattern seems to be IPv4 address, but all the numbers are greater than 255. So this is neither IPv4 nor IPv6. So we need to return neither. So to solve this problem, we don't have to apply any algorithm or any data structure. It's a simple problem, but we have to consider many cases. Like we have to follow all the cases and write the code for it. Let's look at an example. So here, this is a given function. We will have our input in IP. First of all, we'll validate if it is an IPv4 address. If yes, then we'll return IPv4. Then we will check if it is a valid IPv6. Then we will return IPv6. So both of these methods validate a valid IPv4 and valid IPv6. I have created them as helper method. Good approach to answer any questions during your coding interview is to create make your program modelize. So it's better to create some helper functions rather than placing all the logic in the single method. So in case we don't receive valid IPv4 or valid IPv6, we'll simply return neither. Now let's look at these helper function. First one is valid IPv4. So in both valid IPv4 and valid IPv6, we need to validate few things. If we do not have anything in input, that means this is neither of IPv4 address nor IPv6. Or if the dot occurs at the first character itself or the dot occurs at the end character. So this would be some input like dot 12 dot 34 dot. So in this case, we can see that we have four dots, but it is the first dot is at the very first place, and the last dot is at the very end place. So all these inputs are invalid. So for these cases, we'll simply return false. We have written similar thing on the IPv6 method also, but here we would be checking if the first character is colon instead of dot. Okay, and then we'll split our IP address by dot. For valid IPv6, we'll split it on colon. Now we need to check if the tokens are null. So it means if there is no character after splitting it on dot, or if the tokens that we received are not equal to 4. And in case of valid IPv6, we will have similar condition, but here we need to check if token's length is not equal to 8. Because in case of IPv6, we are expecting 8 numbers, right? So these checks are similar in both valid IPv4 and valid IPv6. Now let's valid. So after call of these, after we are done processing these tokens, Now we have to validate if these tokens itself are valid or not. So first of all, we'll look at validate IPv4. So for valid IPv4, we'll iterate on all the tokens. So this particular thing is only applicable to IPv4. We checked, right? If the token is starting with 0, it is considered to be invalid. So we are seeing if token's length is greater than 1, but token is starting with 0, so that means it is invalid. So we are simply returning false. Otherwise, we are trying to parse this particular token into integer. So in case this token doesn't contains any other number, any other digit, like say alphabet or something, then we won't be able to parse it. We'll get number format exception. In such case, we are simply returning false. In case we were able to parse it, so we are trying to verify if parsed integer is between the range of 0 and 255. If yes, then we are returning false. Okay. Uh, Now, if after processing all the tokens, we come out of loop, it means our address is of valid IPv4. So we are simply returning true. Now let's look at the logic of validating IPv6 tokens. So in case of IPv6, we are again traversing on all the tokens. We are checking if tokens length is equals 0 or greater than 4. So we saw, right, in case of IPv6, we are expecting these tokens to be of length 0 to 4. So we are validating if we are following this constraint or not. If in case our token is not following this constraint, we are simply returning false. Otherwise, for each of the character in token, we are checking if it is a digit, uppercase or lowercase. If it is neither of these, it means it would be some special character or something, then we are returning false. So after processing all the tokens, if we come out of loop, so it means this is a valid IPv6 address. So basically we are returning true. So that's it on the coding side. Let's try running this problem. As you might have seen, it was already accepted. So I was attempting this question before making this video. So our solution is accepted and we have passed all the test cases, right? That's it for today's video. Let me know if you have any questions in comment section, and thanks for watching.